Good morning, y'all. Today, I'm going to make us a frittata. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to chop up these potatoes. You can actually see why I'm using these. Normally, I would use a couple of big russets, cut them up in about 1-inch chunks. But since I have these little ones left, I'm going to use them up before they ruin. All I'm doing is cutting them in half. I'm going to put them in here. Then I'm going to cover them in a little salt, little pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm going to bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes, just until they're, completely soft. And then we'll start with our other ingredients. I understand the frittatas usually taking leftovers out of your fridge and covering it in, 5-6 scrambled eggs, maybe adding a little cheese. I make my frittatas from scratch. I just really love them. They're really filling, and one huge frittata can last several days for breakfast. So first up is getting the potatoes baked. They'll go in the very bottom of the frittata. So I'm gonna get these all cut up, seasoned up. Then, like I said, we're gonna put them in the oven for 25, maybe 30 minutes, however long it takes to get them soft. In the meantime, I'm going to fry up a pound of Jimmy Dean hot sausage. I'll get all that done and we'll be back. Okay, I've got these all cut up. Quickly, I just want to show y'all what I do. A little salt on them. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. If I can get it open. Okay, we'll toss that one. We got a new one. Onion powder. Pepper. You can use any kind of pepper you want. A splash of seasoned salt, because why not? Put a little red to it. And that's it. I'm really going to sit here and shake these up like this. Make sure they all get coated really well. I'm going to set them all on a bake pan, open part up. Don't want these to, burn or stick to the bottom, so they'll just be open part up. At least for this. So it doesn't really matter if these get brown or not, since they're going into a frittata. Yeah, they'll look basically the same when they come out of there. But this is going to be so good. I've been waiting 2 weeks to make this video. I could not find any Jimmy Dean hot sausage. In fact, when I found it the other day, I was stunned. It's the first time in 6 years I've found it in a store. So, 425 oven, 25 to 30 minutes. I will turn the pan around about halfway through. And in the meantime, I'm going to fry up our sausage. And some onions and some bell pepper and some mushrooms. It's going to be delicious. I'll be back. Okay, we got the potatoes cooked. Now we're about to fry this up. Jimmy Dean hot sausage. Now, you can use any kind of sausage you want. You can use mild or you can use any kind of hot sausage. This one is not actually hot, but a lot of them are. So just make sure you really like hot stuff if you use hot sausage, because some of them are too hot for even me to eat. So Jimmy Dean hot or any kind of mild sausage. the whole thing. Sausage is almost brown. We're going to take this out. We're going to leave the pan like it is. We're going to cut up about a quarter of an onion. We're going to add a little bell pepper. And we're going to add some mushrooms. I'll be back to show you. Got the sausage out of here. There was only a little bit of grease. It looks like it's a lot, but there's not. I added about 3 tablespoons of butter. Now we're going to add in, that's actually just a quarter of an onion, a little bit of bell pepper. I'm just going to cook these until it's all translucent. You don't want to caramelize them. You don't want to cook them until they're brown. Or you can if you want, but we just want them translucent and soft. Now look how soft. Garlic powder. I would actually add in about a teaspoon of minced garlic, but I'm out. Also going to add the rest of the mushrooms from our spaghetti we made. Oh, let me find my spoon. So, sliced up mushrooms, onions, a little bit of bell pepper. You could also add a little bit of jalapeno in here if you like some spice. Depends on how much or what kind of hot sausage you use, if you use hot sausage. Tennessee Pride is, it's another level of hot. I can't, I can't deal with it that hot. So this is actually going to be the base of our frittata. When this all cooks down, we're just going to leave it in this pan. I'll add a splash more garlic powder. Make sure the mushrooms are good and coated. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. Love a frittata. Okay, so again, we're just waiting till our onions to get clear and the bell pepper to be kind of clear too, and translucent. And in the meantime, I'm going to scramble up 10 large eggs. You can do 12, you can do 8, but 10 fits this pan perfectly. So I'm going to go scramble those up and I'll be back. Here are our 10 eggs. I'll whisk these up real quick. No milk. Contrary to popular belief, milk does not make your scrambled or your eggs fluffy. You could add a tablespoon or so of water if you wanted to, but we don't need it. 10 eggs. Gonna whisk these, be right back. Okay, y'all. Our onions are translucent. Our bell pepper is translucent. And our mushrooms are nicely warmed up. This looks brown because, again, I left it in the sausage grease. This is not brown. It's just translucent. Now, we're going to add it all together. Our potatoes we made earlier. Spread them out. You can use more or less. Again, you can use a big russet potato if you want. Just cut it up into like 1-inch chunks. That's what I normally do, but I had these and needed to get them. I didn't want them to ruin, so this also works great for this. So, potatoes on the bottom. Now we're going to add our sausage back. It's a whole pound of Jimmy Dean hot. That's good. Now we're going to add up our 10 whisked eggs. Just pour it right over. By the way, preheat your oven to 350, which I forgot to do. We have everything coated well. Now we're going to cover it with sharp cheddar. First, I'm going to add a little salt. I don't salt my eggs until they start cooking. They'll turn to basically rubber if you do it too soon. So, tiny bit, very little pepper. And this is sharp cheddar. You can use any kind of cheese you like or none. So this is about 6 ounces of cheese. And I'm only using so much because I have it. Pull it all the way to the edge. You can see the edge is just starting to cook the egg. All right. Now, we're fixing to put this in a 350 oven for 25 minutes, 25 to 30. We'll stick a fork or a toothpick in. Everything around here gets cooked faster. It's the middle you want to check to see if the egg is completely cooked through yet. And you only want the egg just cooked through, or this will be rubbery and it's not good. So 25 to 30 minutes in the oven at 350. And we'll be back. There it is, y'all. Piping hot. Fresh out of the oven. Frittata. Here's the rest of it. I'll cut this in slices and just put it in little containers in the refrigerator. Especially if if you live alone or just a couple of you. You can cut it in little thin slices and warm it up in the microwave. Do it in like 20 to 30 second increments. And if you'll slice them thin enough, or if you get a big chunk but cut it in half, turn one piece one way and the other piece the other way, just heat it up in the microwave in 30-second increments. It takes about a minute and a half, and your eggs will still be nice and fluffy and not rubbery. Oh, that looks so good. I can't wait. Now let's dig in. That's too big of a piece. I should try that. Oh, come on. Onion, bell pepper, mushroom, potato, sausage, egg, and cheese. Mmm. It's delicious. I realize it takes a little while to cook because you got to cook so many parts, but I promise you it's worth it. And you'll have breakfast or supper for several days, or lunch. Mm-hmm. Frittata. I'll put all the ingredients in the description. Yeah, I'll give this one a try. See you next time.